When the bombs dropped, everyone moved underground into bunkers to survive, also known as vaults. This is the story of Fallout, which is a huge role-playing video game that turned into a really good TV show. I built one of these vaults in Lego and you guys loved those videos. I built what I thought was a big one, but today we're going even bigger. Adding 12 new unique rooms? This is Vault 404. This video is sponsored by FIRESTARTOYS. First up, we need a number for our vault. Every vault has a number and has a unique story to it. This vault I wanted to call 404. Almost all of the vaults were experiments and this one is no different. The plan for this vault was, of course, to shut down all technology after 220 years. Well, it's kinda obvious. 404, error, it's fun. Thank you for laughing at my jokes. I built a lot of figures for this project, but I never managed to get everyone into matching blue vault suits, unfortunately. However, I finally got around and ordered a bunch of them with my own vault number printed onto them. Vault 404. Let's rebuild all our dwellers into proper Vault 404 residents. I got around 40 torsos with different leg combinations to get some variety on the figures. This is what we had before, and this is what we've got now. I think it's a huge upgrade, and to have the vault number on the back, it just makes it so perfect. Here are some of the residents of Vault 404. A lot of figures have been upgraded and some of them are new. This is our new overseer, the boss of the vault. He has a lot of responsibility to entertain the dwellers while we reconstruct the vault and they wait here. Hopefully he can handle it. Here's our previous sketch and there's definitely room for an upgrade. I want to add 12 new rooms, making it 6 floors high. Here's the list of rooms we're gonna add. Prison, cryo room, armory, water plant, bar, trading area, bathrooms, radio station, laundry, server room, workshop and barber shop. That's a lot of rooms. With our vault residents looking proper dressed up, we should look at some other issues with the vault. Mainly the vault door. This is our vault door right now, and we need to do something about that. A lot of you guys have requested a new door custom built, so we should really get on that right now. This one looks okay, but I think we can make a much better one if we build one on our own. We also need to build that door mechanism that opens the door from the inside. And we have to remove some shrubs from the outside because Fallout isn't that green. So let's start by removing the green from the outside, making this a truly depressing place to live. There are a lot of cool vault doors to take inspiration from for sure, but most of them are bigger than our actual vault entrance, so we need to make our own design. This is very easy to build. Since we're working with a pretty small door, we couldn't include too many details unfortunately, but I do like how it looks. The yellow is really important to include together with the gray metal door, so we can identify it as that iconic vault door. I got a bit carried away and started rebuilding the entrance here as well, so I added some yellow railings to the outside, switched out the cars and added some more details. I also had to add some storytelling skeletons. These guys tried to get into the vault but never got there in time unfortunately. I think the vault door ended up looking really nice and we got that iconic look that we were after. We even got the inside door mechanism. It's not working but it looks good. A much needed upgrade from the previous version if you ask me. Before moving on to the rooms, there's one more thing we need to do. I think it looks a bit weak with only one plate thick floors and roofs. Plus, it's a bit unstable. So we should really add some thickness to that base and make it look a bit sturdier. I'm just adding regular dark bricks underneath to make the whole room sturdy and give it a thicker floor. Placing these bricks between the plates locks them in and secures them so that we actually can put some weight on the floor, which is exactly what we need. Much better. Now it actually looks like this is built within a mountain underground. No more paper thin floors. Here's a before and here's an after. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, FIRESTARTOYS stepped up and provided me with some really cool custom Fallout pieces. These are from their website and we have everything from the Fallout universe. And we got this cool picture as well. I got some really cool custom figures from the Fallout TV show, and we've got some food items, we've got some weapons, we've got some power armor helmets, and man, I've been looking forward to use these on my power armors that I've built. Here we have some really cool stuff that will be perfect for our vault. This is amazing. Look at those sugar bombs. Look at the posters. Thank you FIRESTARTOYS for sponsoring me with some cool custom Fallout Lego stuff. Check out FIRESTARTOYS if you want to get some of your own, or click the link in the description. The absolutely most requested room from you guys have been an armory. I thought I built one last time, but it turned into a security office more than an armory. So now I'm actually going to do it justice and build an actual armory. Finally. With a base of blue and a darker blue, we follow the theme of the vault but make it stand out a bit. I also want there to be metal grids on the floor. This room needs to look a bit more industrial than the other rooms. Let's build a power armor cage with the power armor locked inside. I also want to add some shelves full of ammunition. This place is stocked, locked and loaded. Let's add some fusion cells for the laser weapons as well. I built a custom reloading bench inspired by Fallout New Vegas, and I think it looks great. Here we have an ammo press where you can press your own ammunition and reload your weapons. I found these cool small shells and added them as well. I think they fit perfect. Let's add some figures to this build, some more reloading stations, and we should be done. The people guarding this room, well, they don't have that much experience, but what can you expect? Growing up in a vault, you don't expect people to just go around shooting guns. So I get it. I hope I finally did the armory justice. I'm very happy with it, and I think we included most things that you need in an armory. Maybe we could add some more guns, but we got the iconic 10mm gun from Fallout, thanks to FIRESTARTOYS, so I'm happy. If the weapons break, or you simply want to build custom ones, it's always good to have a workshop. Joe works full-time as a hobbyist craftsman and builds new weapons for the dwellers, as well as some questionable things. Let's build him a workshop. This room is going to be 16 by 16 studs, so it makes it a bit smaller, but we can definitely cram some stuff in there for him to work with. Let's give him a workshop table with a wood saw, some material, a terminal and a teddy bear. Clamp, and then he needs a drill as well. Let's also give him some material to work with and some different knickknacks. I think Joe has everything he's got to be creative. Let's not give him too much creativity though. I wonder what he's actually building right now. As long as he doesn't... Moving on from Joe, another popular request has been a water treatment plant. It doesn't sound like the funniest request, but you guys really wanted me to build one. We have a power station, and water is a necessity in life, and a big part of keeping a vault running, so I understand, and I guess it's time to address the lack of water. A water treatment plant is basically just a place where the vault dwellers purify their water so they don't drink irradiated water. Sounds reasonable. Let's start with a blue base again and add a dark gray floor. We need to build some water tanks and some tubes and pipes where the water can travel through, thus cleaning it in the process. I don't know how this works, but I think that sounds good. We also need a terminal where we can control the process. Some more tanks, some pressure tanks, a small little stairway up to the control rig, and some people, of course. Now, with these hardworking people, the water should be good to go to the vault now. Let's deliver some water. The foreman sure looks happy, as long as there's nothing contaminating the water. Right. Since we got this really cool power armor helmet, I really want to upgrade my design of the power armor. So let's rebuild it quick and see what we can do with the new helmet. In the Fallout universe, you can wear a power armor, which is basically a walking tank that the military uses, and this is my 4th version. I think this is the final one. It actually finally looks like a power armor. I'm very happy with this. Moving on from the Brotherhood of Steel, a fun room to build is a bar. This is heavily inspired by Fallout Shelter, the mobile game, because it's a perfect reference of how you can build and design some of these rooms. I'm combining the gambling room and the bar room from Fallout Shelter in this one. I want this to be a bit more cozy. I want to take inspiration from Fallout Shelter, but also an old classic bar with a wooden base for the wall and then a neon sign, some pictures on the wall, and of course shelves full of booze and bottles. We need a pool table, of course, to have something to do after work. A fun little arcade machine would look great as well. Some tables full of drinks and then the iconic red bar stools. I love these. Now for the actual bar, it needs to look grand, with cool wood carvings and some beer on tap, of course. Here we find people who relax after a long day's work at the power station, or the occasional old man who maybe shouldn't have access to the bar. Charlie Whitechapel is tending the bar and he does a great job, however. Maybe it's best to keep a robot as the bartender. Seems like a lovely place to relax for a while, hang out with your friends, have a drink and just laugh. Enjoy life. When the people in the vault get too rowdy or simply start to disagree more than they should, you could use some fresh blood and new faces to calm down the situation. That's why we should build a radio station where the vault dwellers can broadcast to the outside world, whether it's for new people in the vault or to trade. It can be smart to have a connection to the outside world. This needs to be soundproofed for recording and have some great vinyls to play for the people in the vault. We should also have some recording equipment such as microphones, mixing table, and maybe some instruments as well, so that the dwellers can start their own band.
Why don't you spare us all this pain your voice will surely bring? 'Cause it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. The night is long, the skies are clear.
That was beautiful. Here we have a guest from the outside, a guy with his own radio channel. Maybe he wants to sign the new band.
I understand.
Thanks for listening, children. This is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland, and we're here.
When the Vault Radio does manage to get some people on the line, they might show up here to trade with the Vault. Here, Wastelanders, Caravans and Brotherhood soldiers can swing by and do some trading with the people of the Vault. Everyone's welcome, but maybe everyone shouldn't be welcome. However, it's a nice place to be. Sit down, have a drink, listen to some music, eat some fresh food. Fresh, questionable, irradiated food, of course. Get some medicine from a highly trained doctor and buy some of Mr. Sanders' mysterious acid pops. This looks quite nice. They seem to get along nicely. Hopefully the Vault can earn some caps that way, so that they can trade some of their stuff for stuff they need for the surface. I really like this Nuka-Cola poster from FIRESTARTOYS, and I also love the food items. This doctor is practicing medicine in his own way. He's learned everything from that journal. I don't know if we can trust it. Here we have Lucy and Maximus, a visitor from Vault 33 and the Brotherhood. And this girl is enjoying some Nuka-Cola Quantum. For those who can't follow the rules, we have something special in mind for them. A prison, of course. We should definitely build one, since we're letting Wastelanders in now. We just need to make sure that there are no raiders getting in as well. None whatsoever. For a prison, I'm thinking we take some inspiration from the vaults that did experiments. Most vaults wouldn't have a prison, but we can make some type of cells. Here's a raider from the outside who tried to steal some of the supplies from the vault. This guy has been here for some time now. Maybe he served his sentence. And look, how nice! Cake delivery. It's about time they had a coffee break. This harmless, nice dweller is just here with some cake. Nothing out of the ordinary here. She sure looks happy to see him though. Maybe she just loves cake, or maybe that's her friend. Next up, we should take a look at the living quarters. I want to add some details and move some things around. Maybe switch up the colors to make it a bit more cozy too. First of all, let's change the color of the walls from that gray to a warmer color. I'm thinking dark tan. Now it actually looks cozy to live here and not sad and miserable. Let's move the beds around a bit. I think we can fit a few more beds into there, so we can actually fit more people. We have to remodel the floor a bit, but that's okay. Let's build a few lockers for the people to keep their personal stuff in. I've used this same design throughout the vault, so this should fit perfectly in the living quarters as well. Let's give them some storage possibilities and also switch out the wardrobe to actually match the lockers now, because it was white and I think we should go for that gray instead. Let's put down some more lockers, a jukebox, and a TV. Now people actually have things to do. Let's not forget the people, of course. Here we have a single dad with a baby and his daughter taking a family portrait for their album. This kid is just having too much fun and is about to mess up the whole thing. It was never a good idea to combine roller skating and baseball. Some people just sleep in and miss work, and some just want to watch TV in peace. Here I use some of the cool stuff from FIRESTARTOYS, like the sugar bombs and the blast radios game. Looks great. I think this guy is studying for the GOAT exam. It looks like he's cheating though, with some men tats. Miss Abernathy always leaves her cats everywhere. I'm surprised this vault lets her have her pets here. Here we have a very devoted dweller keeping this plant alive. Maybe there's some hope to replant it when it's time to go outside to the surface again. I highly doubt it though, but keep up the good job. I feel like this room is too gray and looks a bit boring, so let's add a blue wall instead, matching that iconic vault blue that we use in the rest of the vault. Much better. A simple but necessary upgrade. Now this room doesn't stand out that much and blends into the rest of the vault, like it should. Here we have the science lab, where they do experiments on things from the wasteland and see how they can help them. Or maybe they are trying to do something else. Either way, I want to change some things here. The wall, just like the hospital, needs a new look. I'm thinking blue again. I also want to give this place some more detail. I realized I need to change the floors as well to match the hospital, since they're next to each other and I don't like the look of the science lab quite yet. So let's rip everything out and put in a new floor. This way it will match the hospital, and I also realized that no other room in the entire vault has a white floor. So I want some continuity. Now we should get a much nicer look so we can put everything back again, and damn, I do think this looks much better. It looks like they might have some radiation issues here and maybe there's a contamination leak. He is turning awfully green, that guy. We need to rush the irradiated scientists to the hospital ASAP. They are not looking good. This guy is growing out an extra arm. I think it might be time to cut it off. Moving on. Now we're gonna build a room with an experiment that only the wealthiest citizens got to be a part of. This will be our cryo-sleep chambers. Here, the vault dwellers got frozen and went into cryosleep just as they entered the vault and the bombs dropped. The plan is to wake them up when the world is restored to its former glory again. Who knows when that'll happen. This has the same base as the other rooms with that iconic vault blue and yellow. Then we need the sleeping chambers. In the video game they look like pods with padding inside and a window to see what's going on. I think this should do it. Let's build a few more so these people can sleep happily and unknowingly. This section will be closed off to authorized personnel only, because this is quite the delicate situation and we cannot do something to accidentally wake up the people too early. Shit, there's definitely some explaining to do here. Now we're coming down to luxurious things that might not be accessible in an apocalypse, but hey, this vault needed an upgrade, so I think the dwellers will be happy. It's time to add a barber shop. Got some dirt in that hair of yours? Or radiation got the worst of you? Let's cut it off. Maybe get a wig and everything will be alright. Come to the Vault 404 saloon to get your bird's nest trimmed. Have a sit down and enjoy some Grognak the Barbarian comics while you wait. Not happy with the results? Too bad. There's nowhere else to go, so you just have to live with it. I'd stay away from there if I were you. He means well, but maybe he's not the best hairdresser in town. But he's the only one. What can you do? I don't understand how we forgot such an essential thing as bathrooms and showers last time. My bad. We should definitely get on that ASAP. We have one toilet already, but it's occupado. So we need some new ones and some way to clean up after a gym session. All that sweat while building muscles needs to go away. We need a tiled bathroom floor for the shower stalls, some drains. I'm thinking this room should be a bit different with the colors, so I'm trying out a new version for the walls here. Tan, gray and yellow. It might work. Then I want the stalls with no room so that the people are uncomfortable when the guy next to you drops a nuclear bomb. Again. Let's finish tiling that floor and add some more detail, such as a few lockers to change the clothes when you've been to the gym. The idea is to have this room next to the gym, so that makes sense. These lockers are the same design throughout the whole vault, and I really like what we ended up with. Let's add those lockers to the build and some more details. I think we should add some showers as well. Let's go for the uncomfortable, steel, cold showers that are hard to maneuver. And of course, let's not forget about the people. We need to add some people into this place, some benches, and some more people. I think we're done. Here's Grandpa just enjoying a book in the locker room. I don't know why he's doing that. It's kinda weird, right? This guy is just flaunting what he's got. He's not afraid. Only bubbles covering his junk, and he even brought his own vinyl player. It seems like not everybody likes this guy's attitude and the way he does things. I understand. People are just minding their own business, but this guy went ahead and took a dump, not flushing, and he's completely nude. What's going on in this bathroom? We're almost at the finish line, but let's quickly add a few more rooms. Just like me, it takes 3 to 5 business days to do laundry in this vault. But this woman is putting on a strong face and doing it. Maybe not the most fun job in the world, but it needs to be done. Washing everyone's vault suits and keeping morale high. Maybe she just loves that job. She looks like she's actually enjoying it, getting away from people, having some time to herself. I'm very happy with this one. It was very fun to build all the small details, and I've never built a laundry room before. It was more fun than I thought to build washing machines. I'm also very happy with this vacuum cleaner. Let's move on to another room. Here we have a small room that's caught on fire. This intern didn't do a good job. Maybe it was his first job. However, he didn't keep the servers alive, and now the whole thing is on fire. That's bad. With that said, all of the rooms are done. Now we just have to put everything together and see how it all looks. All in all, we have upgraded to 6 floors and 32 rooms. If we've not covered all of the possible rooms we could build, I don't know what to do. I accidentally dropped this car while putting everything together, and I don't know what to put it back together. I've added some lights to some of the rooms, but I didn't have time to put everything together, and installing lights is just one of the worst things I've ever done. It's super cool and it's very fun, but it's just tedious and I never get it done in time. There's also too many cords to put together, and I'm not an electrician, so I don't know even how to begin. I do have to fix some things, but I would consider this project actually done now. There's always a possibility to add more rooms, so I could do that in the future. I don't know what else to add. There are some wonkiness to connecting the elevators, that's why there's a gap, but I have to fix that. I didn't fix it now, however. I will do it in the future. I really like the blue light from the elevators. I would love to light up the whole bunker, but it's 32 rooms, so that's a lot of work. I appreciate you watching this and following my series while I've built a Fallout bunker, Fallout vault. I'm very happy with the results, and it's been a fun journey because Fallout is by far my absolute favorite game. If you've liked this project, please give a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.